Yeah, we on Boss Talk TV. Shout out to E. He the reason you see me.
Never before has the federal government asked for the data, but it is a new day. President Trump is the president. We know there's a lot of fraud. We need to help partner with you all to figure out how to make sure that this money and these benefits go to those who truly need it. 29 states, mostly the red states, responded with their data sets. But here's the most unbelievable news I have really just over the last few days, that 5,000 dead people, that was just 1 month. The number is closer to 186,000 deceased men and women and children in this country are receiving a check. This is just data from those 29 mostly red states. Can you imagine when we get our hands on the blue state data, what we're going to find? It's going to give us a platform and a trajectory to fundamentally rebuild this program, have everyone reapply for their benefit, make sure that everyone that's taking a taxpayer-funded benefit through SNAP or food stamps, that they literally are vulnerable and they can't survive without it.
Wow, guys. Make sure you like, subscribe to the channel. Make sure you like, subscribe to the channel, man. Agriculture Secretary Brooke Rollins, this SNAP thing, the government shutdown, they said it's not a government shutdown no more, but they cracking down. So now you got to reapply for them stamps. You got to reapply for that assistance. OG, you there?
Yes, yeah, I'm right here. Like you said, it's so much fraud going on that the people that really need it are not getting it, and the people that don't deserve it are getting double. So yeah, it should, it should have a monitor on what they're doing with this.
OG, but it's a bunch of them that was not, getting taken care of too. Because a lot of times when a lot of my people went in there for that housing and for different things that they was trying to get going, and them stamps, they get denied. Sometimes people get denied too. So this is, I don't know if this gonna correct everything. She's saying 5,000. It's probably gonna be a little bit more than that now. What she's saying when they get to the blue states, this is only the red states. Once again, I don't know if I believe what I'm hearing, man.
It says the secretary said after receiving data on SNAP recipients from 29 red states, there are 186,000 deceased men and women and children in the country that are receiving checks.
Yeah.
186,000. Yeah, and that's just a part of the fraud that's going on. And most of the time, this is what this country does. It services the people that least amount that need it. I seen when they cut this thing off, when they cut it off the first weekend, everybody thought, the stores are going to be shut down. They're going to be rampant running in there. But all I seen going in the stores on the first when these staff was supposed with cash money were foreigners, what they call because they didn't took that money, that SNAP money, and took it and been out selling stuff. Now they got cash money, so they showed the government, we ain't playing with you. We using your money to buy your goods. That's why that didn't work. So let's start this.
Let me tell you something. That second part, read that say, can you imagine? The second part, can you imagine when we get our hands on the blue state data that's where to find what she say? That's where we're going to find. And just during what we're going to find, pretty much what they're saying, Thursday appearance and New Max Rob shoots tonight. I don't know, OG. Like I said, I always look at this smoke and mirror thing, man. Is it something, because this makes the Trump administration look like they're on top of what they're doing. Can we really believe what we're hearing and seeing from these people? I've never trusted what I was being told.
You can believe it because you can look at the situation our country is in monetarily. We're depleted and it's not just like they say, 41 million Americans were on SNAP, were getting EBT. 41 million registered EBT holders, and 78% of them was non-Black. 78% of them were white. So they're doing all of the stealing, and Black people are doing all of the suffering. So they should
OG, hear you. I knew you were gonna turn to a white and black thing some kind of way.
always gonna be black and white. They just tell you you jumping on the wagon of red and blue.
Red and blue.
When they get to the blue states, what are the blue and the red and the blue is black and white.
Listen to this. It's going to give us a platform and a trajectory to fundamentally rebuild this program, have everyone reapply for their benefits, make sure that everyone that's taking a taxpayer-funded benefit through a SNAP or food stamps, that they literally are vulnerable and that they survive without it. She added. I don't know about this, and I'm gonna tell you why. If I was getting my my stamps, we didn't call it SNAP. We call it stamps. If I was getting my stamps and I went and they took my stamps and I had to go reapply and they rejected me afterwards, I'd be mad as hell, OG. I ain't gonna lie to you. I'd be mad as hell if I'd been doing right.
If you didn't have enough gumption to make sure that you got the services you need, you didn't need them.
Boy, I'd be fish grease hot, OG.
If you're getting stamps, that means you ain't doing nothing else. So you ain't got nothing all day to do but be down there and worrying people to death.
OG, some of these folks is disabled getting these stamps. Some of these folks is not mentally on a place where they can work and all kind of stuff, man. And they gonna mess around and reassess somebody wrong. And when they do, then the people gonna suffer. White, black, whoever. And that's a problem for me. They are trying to do something to try to clean it up and correct it. There's going to be some mistakes and casualties in this.
Okay, it's Santa Claus. That's where all the mistakes and problems, you stand out there and make you some food stamps yourself and you pass them out to the people that didn't get them.
These food stamps is definitely something. It's dear to me. See, you don't really understand because you ain't never had to wait.
See, I don't have nothing to do with it.
I had to wait on stamps to come to my house monthly, man, when I was a kid. Okay. And we was up there. I'll never forget one time around this same time in Kansas City, up in Ogden, Kansas. It's in Ogden, Kansas. And we basically, they come in there and gave us the news, OG. They walked in, my stepfather and my mother, and they looked us dead in the eye. And they told us this Christmas we wasn't going to get anything. Hurt me to the core. And them food stamps pretty much made a way for us. We was able to get, a few things, I don't know why he was staying there. We didn't get caught. She let him stay with us. We was getting government assistance and Medicaid. But this is the kind of stuff that make me reflect back. Now, they shut them stamps off real close to the holidays, Thanksgiving coming up. What do you think would have happened if they didn't straighten this out before Thanksgiving?
I think it'd make everybody better hustlers. I think they need to cut all them aid programs down, just like in the jungle. It ain't but two things in the jungle: the predator and prey. Fight to the fittest. If you get old and get out, it's time for you to take it up alone, bro. It's just like we've become too comfortable as a people, and we don't have any hustle in our game anymore.
OG, you're talking about the hustlers. I'm talking, there's some people who the man done left. He in the penitentiary or something. Then the woman sitting there with 8 kids. She can't do nothing. She done had 8 babies.
Well, she said they made babies that you get out and go to work. Somebody need to go to work. She's sitting up there she that fertile. She need to go to the fertility clinic. Do something. That coochie that good, she need to fall.
Wait a minute, man. Listen, man. She done had 8 babies and she trying to get her stamps. She get a big check every time, that welfare check. And she get that stamps and she combine both of them. And baby, I know she don't go out. She don't go out to the club no more. She ain't gonna do it like that with that money.
You need to get back out there because that thing's still a sale.
Say, listen, OG, I'm telling you now, these stamps, if they hadn't got them stamps back before Thanksgiving and them kids couldn't got that turkey and that little silver thing and you got that dressing, boy, it would be a riot around here. I'm telling you right now, man, people not for the setback. You see, the story about it was gonna be some stealing, big trench coat wearing dudes walking in there. Them kids gonna be in there, fake pregnancies going on.
crack took our backs. The era of crack, when it was heroin, blacks was hustling. They was stealing from white America. You could get bootleg dudes was shoplifting. They was till tapping, and crack put Negroes on their back. Now they stealing your mother's plants out of her house, then going back and selling them to them, stealing your water hose all out of your, and come back. Man, you need a water hose? Yeah, man, this is my water. Get your ass out of here. Start stealing your mama's microwave. Crack took us to a non-hustling era where we haven't even come back from. Now we're relying. You got dudes right now that come out of the penitentiary, out of prison. Can you imagine come out of prison and your parole officer telling you to go down and get GR? I think they give you $290 and some EBT card, and Negroes is walking around proud with an EBT card.
Wow. See what I mean? It's crazy, but you and I both know there is some fraud out here, but there's a lot of legitimate cases out here too.
These benefits takes the hustle out of black people, bro. I would never imagine going to prison, coming out to get GR or to get. Now you got dudes coming out of prison, taking the baby from the mother so they could get the child or whatever, the money from the child, and going out and taking care of the baby. And what have we reduced ourselves to?
I met a brother down in Shreveport getting on the elevator, and I asked him. He asked me, what did I do? At the time, I was owning some stores, and I worked on a legitimate job. And I asked him what he did. He said he was a stay-at-home dad. So this is a different time we live in, OG. You have a problem with a stay-at-home dad?
No, I don't have a problem with no stay-at-home dad. No, I don't. Okay. I have a problem with a healthy black man sucking off the system through a child. I got a problem. Yes, I have a problem with that.
Okay, but the stay-at-home dad, the mother, the woman goes out and work.
Okay, let her go on out and work. If I'm a stay-at-home dad, okay, cool. That's about somebody that's getting stamps and getting all of the Section 8, and he's staying in a Section 8 apartment paying $52 a month, and you're a healthy young man? No, I got a problem with that.
Wow, gee, well, it's happening every day, and the people want to hear about it, Betty.
It's don't stop.
Do you remember Betty Wright? Betty Wright says it's happening every day, and the people want to hear about it, Betty. So I'm telling you right now, I don't think when they skim the pot, I'm going to say this before we end this. When they skim the pot, and they skim and they done froze everybody's stuff. Now they're giving it back and they're having to reapply. I just say they better get it right for our people to be able to function in America. And I'm not just talking about black people. I'm talking about all people. We got to get it right. Everybody in this country have to walk and live and eat and move together. As I've always explained to you, my expression on that. And so these people are walking to school together, little white boys and little black girls and little black boys and little white girls. And so every one of these public schools, man. And so these people are going to these schools together.
In California, all you see walking to schools is Mexicans. And the black population is no more. And it ain't been a white in Compton since the Rodney King.
OG, they is out here. Their parents taking them to school, but they out here. And I'm just going to let you know that at the end of the day, they better get it right so we can keep these children's going to school. The free lunch program is a thing. All this stuff is combined to give people, this is what made this America. And this is what made this a melting pot where everybody wanted to come to. It's an equilibrium, and once your equilibrium is off, and we know that we've had our ups and downs with people who don't look like us, but we're trying to move the needle here, OG, and so we're going to need your help as SNAP get put back into place to make sure you create a bridge out there that all these kids and all these parents can walk across as they get their stuff back reestablished. Oh, whoa. Let me get
my sign right on.
Well, man, thank you, man. But listen, guys, make sure you like and subscribe to the channel, man. It's crazy how things be, man. Snap, this young lady, she want us to get it right. You know, she's trying to figure out ways to make sure that we get it right. You know, that's what she's doing. She say she gonna redo all of it. She better get it right, and that's what I'm saying. I'm not gonna get off of that.
That white lady that's over the program, she getting EBT too.
No, she not.
She getting her portion big time.
No, she's not. And I'm telling you right now,
that white lady getting hers off.
that woman is the Secretary of Agriculture, and she is not to be played with. Either Brooke Rollins is a direct line to Trump. And she's standing firm on making sure you get that message about y'all not gonna be playing us for no fraud, and you better believe that.
Ain't nobody worried about Betty Crocker. She better get her ass.
Man, hey guys, if you're still watching, make sure you watch right here, man. We talked about the Jets. The quarterback got shot, man. Shot down in the abdomen, got hit hard. And he's fighting for his life right now. And they out there, they stealing and stuff on these streets, man. Put your neck, tuck your chains in, because they stealing again. It's got tough out there.
Shooting black people in Manhattan. What is the word?
Tuck your chain in. Tuck your chain in. Tuck your chain in. Take your chain off. Don't go down there with these jumbo necklaces on. And we praying for his family, though, guys. Boss Talk 101, man, reviews.
Yeah, we on Boss Talk TV. Shout out to E. He the reason you see me.